Managers, and let's face it, even firefighters, tend to have a lot more control of the money and how it's spent. So when you say to your exile, I'm going to buy a $10 sticker that represents you, that's really powerful.
It is. It is. Exiles have so little access to money.
Yeah.
P, my main exile, once almost had negotiated having her own bank account.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, that is a great idea. You're a smart one. That is a really great idea.
Yeah, and my P and the other exiles will sometimes, when I'm doing inner work, like doing an IFS session, you know, when you say something like, well, what are you afraid would happen if you let go of this? Or, you know, like kind of when you're around the unburdening process.
Yeah.
And that idea of taking in a new quality. Well, sometimes they'll negotiate for like items at that point.
Oh.
They'll say, I'm taking in a new quality and because I did this work. But usually it's before they unburden. So it's kind of holding the unburdening hostage to getting the item they want.
Wow.
So they'll say something like, I want 10 plants. If I do this unburdening, then I want 10 plants in response.
Wow. Oh my God, isn't that sad though? Like that's what they have to resort to get
it is.
But my exiles have to do a lot of work to get their time on the playing field.
Yeah, really, it's really hard.
And it's a shame because once they do, everybody benefits.
Oh, I know.
Even the managers who are afraid of a lot of the content of our art, they appreciate and get energy from that art.
Totally.
You know?
Well, I mean, seriously, deals were made with P about getting her bank account, and it never happened.
Wow. That is such a great idea, though. Because what I like about that, okay, for my system, my managers are afraid of the exiles being an abyss. And part of that is because my exiles are tapped into so much spirit guide energy and all that sort of quantum leap shit and everything. So the managers are at once scared of it and intimidated by it, but at the same time dismissive of it. But obviously the dismissive stuff is like a, defense mechanism. But to have a bank account sets a boundary where there could then be a negotiation about how much money goes in there. So that fear could maybe come down a little bit. In the same way that we've talked about before, when you set up time boundaries for parts. Like, okay, we're going to have half an hour to clean up this room and that's it. So then you can go full force cleaning up and your other parts don't get afraid that the rest of your day is going to be spent cleaning.
Right.
And doing stuff that's maybe necessary but doesn't have to be done right now. You know, when you get in these patterns where you're doing it to avoid doing other work.
Yeah.
So in a similar kind of sense, if your exiles had a bank account, then there could be budgeting, and the managers may not be as triggered about if the exiles get control, they're just going to be buying $5,000 worth of stickers and we won't eat, you know?
That's totally the fear.
And that is the fear. And the more that you let them have nothing, the more that they may go buy $5,000 worth of stickers.
Totally.
But if you just let them have their own bank account, then that fear could dissipate. And it's so interesting because it's like with everything with the exiles, my other parts will like prevent us from doing art thinking like the art is going to take over and never end, but my exiles rarely go for more than like an hour or two without needing a break and wanting to do something else.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't paint for 20 hours.
Why not?
You know? That's so interesting. Bank account.
Yeah, now I have a part that's thinking, gotta revisit that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she has something like $25 or maybe... No, wait. I think she has $85.
Oh.
Didn't even keep track very well. Wait, I may have written it on my computer somewhere. I'll search. But yeah.
Wow.
Their needs definitely get lost in the shuffle. They work hard. They negotiated that, and then it still didn't happen.
Yeah, just like kids in a family.
Yep.
Wow.